The finale of To Be Hero X revealed that the entire first season is a conversation between X and Ahu, and it does so in the most subtle way possible. So, if you look back at episode 23, there's actually a trailer that exists from about 2, 3 years ago. That is the fight sequence that is X versus those goons that were trying to get Shinya. So basically, what we got in that trailer was the expounded upon version of the story or the interaction in the fight that, what was going on with Ahu, which leads me to believe that if we just, keep the precedent that we established with episode 23, then the entire season is in fact the conversation between Ahu and X, and the art style swaps aren't occurring in the fights themselves, but rather it's just simply the perspective switches that X is showing Ahu. So effectively, the animation sequence changes based off the perspective he's looking with. In addition to that, you can also find further substantiation of that with the fact that while they were standing there, these glass shards are kind of falling, and as they fall over X's body, you can actually see the areas that they're over in 2D animation. We also got more information on how X's power works, so let's go with number 2. If he wants to teleport to a location, it needs to be marked. If you go back and you watch, you can see that every time he does a teleportation sequence, there's some form of tagging somewhere in the area, or there's art specifically tied to X's brand, like the vending machines that have his drinks in them. This leads me to believe that part of how he decides or where his powers work is based off domain. Let me explain. With number 3, we also know that all the locations that he goes to in the two-dimensional world are linked. We got this when he went ahead and trapped Ahu in his apartment. If you slow down at roughly 4 minutes, 19 seconds into the episode, you can kind of see that his living room, where he is the expanded area that eventually encloses Ahu. And when Ahu goes to stop, even before that, you can kind of see like an old school stylized VCR look as he runs into the wall, and then he's trapped within. So that lets us know that these two-dimensional locations are expanded territories. So his powers seem to work similar to Yu Yu Hakusho in that he has to have something branded there, and then he can then teleport to it or have free range of a secondary dimension in there. His powers do seem to be tied to artistic freedom and expression, as well as when we get to the teleportation sequence that leads us to the black hole that's all interstellar, he flips the can. The concept of the black hole is the emptiness within the can, so he then exaggerates that from the second dimension, the darkness, creates a fake black hole, and then warps himself and Ahu and through time to the next location, which it's worth noting that even though he seems to have moved through time, his clock or his watch was still counting. Basically, we got a lot of answers, but we also got just as many questions. If you're excited for the rest of the To Be Hero X and who knows how many years because of how much this animation probably takes them, stay around. We'll talk about To Be Hero X and whatever else you want to do. Take care. See ya.